Hey guys, welcome today. We're going to talk about why professionals don't guess the market when they're trading. And we're going to talk about what they actually do. Okay, so I think this will be fun. I think it'll be very educational for you guys. So consistent traders, they don't try to predict the future, believe it or not. They learn to recognize patterns. Now, where do these patterns come from? Well, actually human psychology. It's a fascinating thing to study the psychology of the market because it's the psychology of the humans that are trading in a particular market. In other words, pick any stock. That particular stock has a certain group of people that love to trade that stock. Now, the most important people are the 1, 2, or 3 people that control the most money. In other words, the most shares of that stock. And usually they're working for big organizations, of course. The psychology of those 3 people will determine the patterns that stock makes for a while. Kind of like the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 1:9, there's nothing new under the sun. So these patterns, they do repeat. Now, patterns can change. So you have to learn the skill sets to know, okay, when would you look for a pattern change? Because that can happen, and it's what we call a late stage base. But we're not going to go into that today. That's more of an advanced study. But I just want you to know that there are ways you can tell that. But mainly, we just want to talk about these patterns today. So first, let's talk about some traps that beginners often have. One is trying to predict the market. So what's wrong with that? I mean, why wouldn't you want to try to predict the market? Well, think about what you'd have to predict. You'd have to predict what the Fed's going to do. Are they going to raise interest rates or lower interest rates? You're going to have to predict, like, what is earnings season going to look like this quarter? Is the market going to like the earnings reports, not like the earnings reports? How are you going to predict that before they happen? You can't. You're going to need to predict what will the market do tomorrow. That's what a lot of stock traders sit there at night, try to think, what's it going to do tomorrow? And they place a trade based on that. Professionals don't do that. You cannot know what the Fed's going to do. You can't know how the market makers are going to react to the earnings reports. You can't really know if the experts are even sending you the right stocks if you don't know your skill sets. You need to learn how to pick your own stocks. What do the latest experts say? Do you get emails, for example, with lists of stocks? Probably those are going to be the wrong stocks because they're probably value stocks and you need to be trading growth stocks. But that's a whole nother matter. But just realize that. So you don't really want to go by an email with people telling you what stocks to buy either. Think about this. Trying to predict the future, that creates pressure. Besides that, you can't do it. And then what happens on the other hand is if you learn these patterns, they create clarity because they're created by the humans that are trading the stocks, the human psychology behind why they're doing what they're doing. And once you figure that out, then the patterns that these folks make, you can follow along with them. In other words, you can learn to see when the big boys are getting into a stock, and you can learn to get in right after they do. And you can get out before they get out. And I'm going to tell you what, that is a great secret. Now, what kind of patterns are we kind of talking about here, though, as far as these patterns that are created by these different groups of people that trade each particular stock? Well, the first is there are patterns that the management of that company can create. Like, is the management good? Are they making great decisions? Does Wall Street like the managers of this particular company? That's really important. And another thing to watch for when a company sort of takes a dip and they fire the CEO, when they get ready to hire the next one, you can go read a few articles and see if you think Wall Street likes the new guy or gal. That can be a really good thing to make note of. All right, so you can have patterns in the ownership or the management of a company. Do they have great products coming in or not? Some companies they're cyclical, like semiconductor companies, things like that. So you see all these kind of patterns even having to do with the products and the sale of the products and the management and so forth. Now, the second thing we have economic patterns or even cycles in the economy. Now, the Fed, when they make announcements on interest rates, that's a big thing. It's going to make a change in the market. You need to kind of make note of that and watch it. You don't try to predict what they're going to do. You watch what they actually do. Then after they've made a decision, you go in and watch what the market does for the next couple of 3 days, and then you jump back in. You just wait and see what it's going to do, how it reacts to what the Fed just did. You don't try to predict it. And then the same with earnings reports. In fact, we suggest that if you're in a stock or an option play, you get out of that stock a day or two before the earnings report comes out on that particular stock because you don't know how the market will react. It may be a great earning report and the stock goes down. You can't figure that stuff out. So we have rules to protect you from things like that. And then there's world news, wars and rumors of wars, right? Well, how does that affect the U.S. market? Sometimes it doesn't affect it at all unless the U.S. is involved in the war, right? So you learn about those by being in our community and hearing all of us talk about these things, and that's how you learn that sort of thing. How do the economic patterns work? How do we learn to watch for them? What about world news? All that. You just have to hang out with us to learn that. You're not going to just intuitively know how to do that. Now, here's the nice thing. Everything I just said sounds kind of complicated, doesn't it? You're thinking, well, I don't even know if I could do this. Do you have to be a rocket scientist to trade stocks? No, you don't have to be, because you're learning skill sets. The main thing we want you to get really good at is the charting part, and that's where you're recognizing the patterns of the price action and volume action of the particular stock. And even when you're trading options, you're basically trading the stock that the options are attached to. So once you learn how to trade the stocks, it's easy to switch over and do options and get incredible leverage. We'll talk about that a little bit later in another show. But the main thing is you start to see these patterns in the stocks themselves, and you do that with charting. You're going to get really good at that, and that is the fun part, because you're going to learn to recognize these patterns. You're going to learn how to draw trend lines, which means support and resistance lines. You're going to learn how to see the pattern and the great buy points for each type of pattern that we teach. And each strategy that we teach has a particular set of rules that go with it, so that you can learn those rules and keep those rules, and that keeps your emotions out of the play, which is huge. You don't know how big that is unless you've lost money because of emotions, then you know. Let's talk about this. There's this thing called having a probability mindset. Well, rather than trying to predict what the market's going to do or what a particular stock's going to do, and by the way, I notice this among our newer students. We'll take them through our courses. We will say all the things that I just said, and then within 3 weeks, maybe I'm talking to a student, and he's talking about trying to predict what his favorite stock is going to do tomorrow. And I'm going, we told you not to do that. It's just natural. It's bad habits that you learned if you've traded stocks. If you've never traded before, that's actually better, because we don't have to remove your bad habits. We can just teach you the right way. All right, so you don't want to try to predict. What you're going to look at is, how do I get the probability math on my side? Because that's what the big boys do. It's all about probability math. And we're going to teach you about that. So like in the past, if you tried to trade with no skill sets, you would ask, okay, will this trade work tomorrow? The new question that you should ask is this a historically high probability setup? Like, is the probability math behind me if I get into this trade? And if the answer is yes, then get into the trade. Now, you need to realize that the way to get the probability math on your side is a system we've devised in our family. We call it the 3-leg table. Most people out there, they're going to try to teach you how to trade stocks with a chart, just a charting system. That will never work. I mean, when I was in the MBA program at Baylor, in the statistics classes, I read at least two, probably more than two, white papers on why it is mathematically impossible to predict the future with just a chart. And they were correct. I mean, the math is there. You can't do it. But what I learned is that if you put 3 legs on the trading table, that's when the probability math is on your side. So you need to know the fundamentals of the company, which we discussed a minute ago. Is it a great company? Does it have a reason for the stock to go up? You need to learn how to see the patterns in the technicals and where the perfect buy point is for that, because that is actually showing you the probability math in a picture. So isn't it great to know you don't have to know how to do the math? You can actually look at these charts and you will see the math in the chart without doing the math. In fact, I have trouble with some of our students who are, kind of into math. They want to crunch the numbers, and I have to teach them, don't do that. Just kind of get the art side of your brain working a little bit. See if you can see that pattern, because it's a lot faster and you can get a lot more done with your time if you'll do it that way. So you got the fundamentals, you're going to know the technicals, and then you need to know the market tone, which we're going to help you with that one. That's the hardest one to develop. But like, what's happening out in the world and how's that going to affect my play if I jump into it tomorrow? That is important. So you need all 3 legs on the table, and that's kind of a patented TRADEway technique. So at TRADEway, we're going to teach you the knowledge, and then we're going to teach you to practice to gain the understanding. Like, knowledge is just getting bits of data in your brain. Like, how does all this work? How does the Wall Street vernacular work? How can I understand their language? That's not that hard. You learn that, and then you start to look at how can I practice to know these patterns and know these buy points and sell points without losing my money. We call it paper trading, right? So that you gain understanding. Your brain just all of a sudden coalesces all this knowledge into bits of information that actually makes sense. So we're going to gain knowledge, gain understanding, and get you to get to that place before you risk your hard-earned money. Now, all this takes time, but it's well worth the time spent to gain the skills and the best practices for stock trading. You try to do it without the skill sets, it's just going to be miserable. You may think you're making money, but over a 3-year period, you're going to lose as much as you make. You can't make a living doing that, can you? So you need the skill sets. Well, that's it for today, guys. We'll see you next time.